Hey folks, welcome back to another one of my videos. I've probably caught your eye with my question there about why the government, Home Office, College of Policing, National Police Chiefs Council are saying that you can rejoin the police now, but we've ditched that 5-year rule, because what they used to have is this 5-year rule. You could rejoin the police, but if it was over 5 years from you leaving and the time of your application, sorry, no, you can't rejoin. You'd have to apply all over again. They're even saying that depending on your experience, you could not just go back in at the rank that you used to hold, but you might be able to go in back at a higher rank. Oh my goodness, where's that come from? So, this is some maths here, see if you can follow it. I think I know the reason why the police service is advertising for not just people to join the police, but rejoin us. And that's because they've worked out that the numbers are actually quite frightening. Just the numbers they need to recruit, 20,000 over the next 3 years, that sounds okay, doesn't it? But actually there's about 8,500 people leaving the police every year. Interestingly, 27% of those are leaving voluntarily. They're resigning before the end of their service. So something to focus on there. Why are they resigning? Anyway, that's subject of another video. But what this means is the police service over the next 3 years is going to have to recruit 46,000 plus police officers. In 3 years' time, if they succeed in this, about a third of all police officers will have less than 3 years service. And in 5 years' time, if they continue in the same way, forget the uplift will be a bit, the target will have been hit by them, but they still need to recruit every year just to keep the force standing still in terms of numbers. Just under 50% of all police officers will have less than 5 years service. It's just staggering that. Now, I had some information the other day from a very reliable source that tells me that the College of Policing believes that under the Police Educational Qualification Framework, the PEQF, which is going to see officers working towards a degree once they join, or if they have a degree already, working towards a postgraduate diploma in policing. And if they've got a degree in policing that's recognised by the College of Policing, then that's fine, they're in. They don't need to concern themselves with getting another qualification. But the College of Policing believes, now this is reliable information, under the old money of intelligence sources I'd rate it as B21, the College of Policing believes up to 26% of all of those who embark on the Educational Qualifications Framework will fail. And if they fail, it means they have to leave the police. Now this aligns itself with the nursing sector. In the nursing sector there's an even higher dropout rate. The dropout rate, according to documentation provided by Parliament, is at around 30%. So that's the nearest sector, I suppose, that does an apprenticeship to the police. About 30% of all nurses do not complete their apprenticeship. There's quite a high failure rate of apprenticeships across the country in various sectors, but the College of Policing, I'm led to believe, believes it will be 26%. So I'm not even going to try and do the maths, but that makes things even more complex, doesn't it? So if 26%, let's call it a quarter of all of those who embark on a career in the police, who are doing the PCDA or the diploma, do not complete it, then that means they're going to have to be replaced to ensure that we meet the numbers that are needed to police the streets of this country. Which means, by my best guesstimation, I'm sure there's some equation for this, but I got a C in my maths O level. By my reckoning, that 46,000 might just have to be around 55,000. A staggering 55,000 police officers might need to be recruited over the next 3 years, which explains why the police are saying, look, if you've left the police, doesn't matter how long ago you left the police, consider rejoining. They've got to get those numbers up. They've got to get those numbers up. So there's never been a better time to join. However, in one of my next videos, I'll explain the complexities of joining. The Evening Standard the other day said this is all you need to know about to join the police. And would it surprise you if I told you that the reporter got about 90% of it completely wrong? So just about all the advice in there was completely wrong, ranging from pay scales, educational qualifications, how long it takes to get in, what's required of you once you get in, what you need to do to get in, all wrong. So the Evening Standard made a right hash of that. It sounded good, looked like a good read, but it made a right hash of it. There's 43 different versions of getting into the police. I should know. I've been following every recruitment process from every force for the past several years. It's why I've managed to succeed in coaching over 4,000 people into their chosen career in the police. Something I'm really proud of. I'm helping to make an impact on people's lives in an incredibly positive way. I'm helping them to navigate through an incredibly complex recruitment process, which seems to put people off at every stage, as opposed to encouraging them to drive and strive towards the next stage. And every force has their own completely different way of doing things. So if you're looking at the new government website about joining the police, a force for good, and you're a little bit confused because you don't know what a traditional route is, a pre-join route is, a degree-only route is, and all the other different entry pathways, don't worry, I'll try and clear things up for you in the next video. So there you go, folks. That's why the police are going to have to recruit huge numbers over the next 3 years. It's a massive challenge, absolutely massive challenge. So the service needs to improve. It needs to improve the way it recruits, because at the moment it's just not good enough. And that's not just me saying that. I've got over 7,000 people in a Facebook support group which is dedicated to police recruitment. The majority of them are still applying to join the police. A lot of them have applied, joined, and now they're in the police. They're my clients. And consistently, the biggest query that crops up all the time is about the recruitment pathway and how shoddy most forces are treating their future recruits. So more about that in future videos. If you'd like to find out more about my services, if you're looking to join the police, then check out the links below, and check out the links below to join that Facebook support group. If you are watching this because you're interested in this subject, because you're already in the police sector, well, watch this space. It would appear as though I might be doing some work around this in the future to help support forces to improve their recruitment practices. I know what works, I've seen what works, and my clients tell me what works. If you'd like to find out more about what works and what could work even better in the future, please do give me a call below, or just leave a message and I'll get in touch with you. Otherwise, I shall catch up with you soon. Thanks very much for watching this video. Bye bye for now.